Hi folks, this is Mark Bailey from Bailey Guitars. Welcome to the workshop. I'm going to tell you a little bit about our custom guitars. This is a drawing which we made for a customer of ours. The interesting thing about this is that this was our first Google Hangout designed electric guitar. What we did was me and Mark, we got together on Google. He could tell me what he wanted and I drew it, and in the course of an hour or so we came up with this design. So apart from being our very first online designed guitar, like the other two guitars he's had from us, it's going to have MIDI capabilities and piezo acoustic bridge. So here's the bridge. It's a Ghost system with 6 individual pickups. Each one of these saddles is actually an individual pickup, and there's the outputs from the pickups. So that gives us the capability to control MIDI instrument per string on a per string basis, so you get excellent tracking. It's the best system that we've found for a MIDI controller on a guitar. So the controls, we've got a magnetic volume for the normal pickups, which is humbucker, single coil humbucker configuration, master volume and a tone. Here we've got a volume for the MIDI, so that could be your trombone or anything it is that you decide to use. This switch goes up and down through the patches to change the sounds of your MIDI instrument. Here we've got another switch which activates the MIDI, a mix, or the piezo side of the bridge electronics. And here is the volume for the piezo. Full MIDI capability, and there's an awful lot of electrics that are going to go inside. I don't know if you can see, but this is a box full of wires and bobbins. So these have all got to somehow be fitted inside the guitar. I'll show you the actual guitar these are destined for. So here's the guitar in its current state of build. At this stage I've normally already finished the headstock, but in this case I've left it as a paddle headstock. We call this a paddle headstock, and my next job is to cut the headstock out and drill the tuner holes. And the reason I haven't done that is because apart from having full MIDI capability and piezo, which simulates the sound of an acoustic guitar, plus the magnetic side, this guitar is also going to have self-tuning tuners. It's a self-tuning guitar. It tunes itself. So this is the first of its kind from Bailey Guitars. We're going to be using Tronical Tuners. They've just arrived. Here they are in the bag, and I'm going to open them up. I haven't seen what they look like apart from on the internet. Actually, if you visit their website, just Google Tronical Tuners. There's some really cool videos of how they work, so you'll get a good picture of that. What I'm going to do is show you how they come. Okay, bubble wrap. Packet. So there's our Tronical Tuners. Wow. Looks like an unusual method of attaching the strings. There's the tuners, and I think the motors are built into those, that's why they're so chunky. So go. I'll keep them in order just in case it matters. What else have we got? Plug socket. And a battery. And there's your nuts and washers for attaching. So that all looks pretty straightforward. I'm guessing the charger is to charge the battery, and then the rest of it takes care of itself. So on the back here is the controls. What we'll have to do is, now that they've arrived, I can finish making this guitar. Because these Tronical Tuners come on a fixed plate, then I couldn't drill the tuner holes. I needed to make sure that this was going to fit. So now that these have arrived, I can try them on my drawing, make sure everything's going to fit okay. They're going to go on like this. Okay, so the Tronical tuning system fits on the back of the headstock. All the tuning gubbins is built into here, and somehow they managed to operate these tiny little motors in the tuners, which are going to keep our guitar in tune. So some people might be a bit put out by that, but I don't think it's a bad thing. In fact, I think if I could have them on my guitar, I probably would. There is they don't fit every guitar because they come mounted onto this back plate, and you can see there's little connections there which attach to the connections on the bottom of the motors. So it requires the back plate in order to operate properly. So they don't retrofit every guitar, but if you do visit their website, you can see a list of guitars that they will fit. They do left-handed versions, ones with different spacings, 3 aside and 6 in line. So yeah, check them out. Can't wait to finish this guitar and string it up and try them out. So yeah, keep an eye on the blog because there's more information about me building this guitar and quite a few others. Just need to get it roughly in tune and then it does the rest itself. Now I'm going to show you just how easy it is to tune with these Tronical Tuners. That's not very pleasant to the ear. All we do is we turn the tuners on, it automatically will tune to standard tuning, or the last tuning that you had it set to. So I'm just going to turn it on, strum the strings. Okay, so now watch this. If you turn it on and then we press on again, then we can select alternative tuning. So here's drop D tuning. Check that out. So there's drop D for instance, and it will remember that for the next time you turn it on, automatically tune to drop D. There is a calibration section in the manual, page 38, but we'll we'll get to that. It seems to work pretty good straight out of the box. So there you go, Tronical Tuners. Awesome. Just a few final tweaks. I need to put the knobs on, and final setup, set the action, set the intonation, set the heights of the pickups, and then my work here is done. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed that.
It's very stunning, isn't it? Even better in the flesh. So the controls, do you want to know about these?
Yeah, what have you got?
So what we've got on here is this button is all acoustic and it's all triggered from here. So that should... So. This one dials in some MIDI. And then this one will give the... So you can have it as magnetic on its own. Or you can have all three together. And then from here you can change on the MIDI settings. I probably need to get out of your way now.
Yeah.